Here we are at the north end of Otsego Lake. We are looking up toward this way at the beautiful historic Hyde Hall in Cooperstown, New York, actually Springfield, New York. This building, this hall, was built in 3 different segments. This is the first part ever built. This was the actual living quarters right here. Servants' quarters are in back, and the guest area is in the front here, where there's a grand drawing room and a grand dining room. 17-foot high ceilings. Hyde Hall was built between 1817 and 1835, the 3 phases of it. Very interesting features all throughout the house. Architect by the last name of Hooker designed the building. Was inspired a lot from Jamaica, where he visited toward the end of his building of the hall. But there's something very interesting right here. The jib door, you'll see. It's a window, but then there's a small jib door here at the bottom, and we'll find out why that's there later on, but I'll give you a hint. It was actually a door on the inside. You could actually walk in, and the man visiting here could go in without being obtrusive to the main building. So he could go in there and go in and do his business and then leave without really being known why he was here or what he was up to. So we look up here at the balcony above the grand drawing room at the beginning of the first part of the building. Many weddings have been performed here. That room up there is the billiard room. They're redoing that right now. It's got a blue paint to it. They're redoing that. For many years it was a girl's room, a young woman who got married, one of the Ryerson daughters. And the famous photo of her right about here, taken of her throwing her bouquet off the edge with her attendant standing down here and all the groomsmen on this side. And that was in the early 1900s. I believe it was 1914 she was married. I'm not sure on that, but it was early 1900s. It was after the sinking of the Titanic in 1912. So there's some history here along with the history of the hull, but there's a history relating to the Titanic as well. So we're going to take you up around the other end of the building here, the north end of the building. Look at that corner there we see, and that is the servants area. The servants didn't mingle with the guests. That was added on second phase of the building in the mid-1820s. Then in the late 1820s, early 1830s, the main dining room and drawing room were added onto. So it's 3 separate phases in the building of this structure here. In the center of this facility, this hall, there is an actual courtyard, which you can't see from this side, but it's right on the other side there, and it actually combines the 3 pieces. The main house on the other end, servants' quarters here, and the dining room and the guest area where the drawing room was. You see the circular staircase right there, one of 2 staircases in the facility, in the hall. Beautiful area here. We'll go out back here and we'll take a peek at the end, behind the servants' quarters. I can show you the structure from the back here. They've got a lot of bricks where they're redoing the oven and the fireplace inside in the kitchen here. So here's the back side of Hyde Hall, looking down over the beautiful village of Cooperstown, New York, and I'll be back with some more videos on Hyde Hall shortly.